All right, folks, back again. Still doing some foam rolling demonstrations. Now I want to demonstrate some foam rolling techniques for your hips, your hip flexors, hip rotators, and hip extensors. Very important, and I find this is probably one of the most beneficial areas that we can utilize a foam roller and really get a lot of relief. Let's go ahead and start. We'll do the hip flexors. The hip flexor, your primary hip flexor, is your iliopsoas muscle. It's a very complicated muscle. The anatomy of it is very difficult to explain. It starts here, right in this area. I won't get too in-depth with the anatomy of all the bony landmarks and the connection sites. I'll just try to talk in layman's terms. But it allows us to lift our leg at the hip joint. So it allows us to do this motion regardless of whether the knee is flexed or extended. It just allows us to lift our leg. So it's crucial, very important. The problem being is, even though it originates here, it wraps around and corkscrews and connects right in here. So, commonly mistaken, soft tissue low back injuries are often hip flexor problems. So, considering most of us, or a high percentage of the population, is seated on a daily basis for a prolonged period of time, we're shortening our hip flexors, shortening our abdominals, shortening our pectorals, shortening our hamstrings. So what we need to do is we need to open all those muscles to restore balance in our body. What that's going to do is, again, alleviate a lot of pain, discomfort, restores our posture. It's very important. And it all starts here at the pelvis. So if your hip flexors are short, your hamstrings are short and tight and rigid and stiff, you're going to potentially have a lot of back problems. So that's why we're discussing this, to prevent these problems. We need to address them, and you can do so in the confines of your own home. Again, these are pretty inexpensive. They vary with density. The more dense they are, the more aggressive, the harder they are going to be, and possibly the more painful they're going to be. With the hip flexor, I like to go back to the quads, place